Have you ever asked this question to yourself? Why doesn't anyone understand me? Or have you ever had a disagreement with a family member or maybe a coworker to the point of serious frustration? Asking yourself, why do they keep doing that? Perhaps you get angry with the things you do yourself. Regardless of whatever the case may be, misunderstandings are the root of almost all miscommunication and are responsible for much of our frustration. A couple years ago, I discovered in the field of psychology a theory developed by a man named Carl Jung, where he attempted to better understand and explain why people do the things they do. This theory has helped me better understand myself as well as others and has led to happier, healthier, and more fulfilling relationships. It also helped me be patient with others. It is most importantly answers the why question. Why do people do the things they do and say the things they say? I have been researching this topic for a couple years now, and I'm very excited to share it with you all. This is the theory of personality archetypes and cognitive functions. Why should you learn about your personality type? It can help you understand yourself, help you better understand others, and support and prevent fallouts as well as promote peace. Learning about your cognitive functions can help you understand yourself. So how does that work? Everyone has the same cognitive functions, but the placement of those functions is what makes us all so different. Jenna Birch at Well and Good explains each function and how you can help know yourself at a deeper level. Psychologist Carl Jung, essentially the father of typology, talked about the cognitive functions, which Catherine Cook Briggs and Isabel Briggs Myers then utilized and created the MBTI system we have today. Here are some examples of the 8 types and how they are categorized. So, an example of a type, you might hear this, INTP or ESFJ. These acronyms do represent the different personality archetypes and how their cognitive functions line up. So what does it mean? Once you find your personality type, you're going to wish you knew sooner because it answers a lot of questions and offers explanations to many situations. Self-growth, you can learn how to forgive yourself and forecast your future actions and responses to things. Gayura Constantine wrote in an article called The Importance of Knowing Your Personality Type. One of the most important things is to know what you like and what you do not like. Most of our lives, we are playing the guessing game, trying to figure out what we enjoy and what we don't. But he stated, there are things we usually shy away from without knowing the reason. There are things, for instance, you may be super reluctant to attend a party with your friends all the time. A personality quiz will help you learn what you like doing and what you don't. This way it becomes easier to know what interests you. You can easily identify the things you have higher chances of liking, and it can lead to a better relationship and social life. That's pretty exciting. You can also have better relationships with others, he continued. The reason why most people become less fond of each other after a few weeks of a relationship is due to a personality mismatch. If you fall in love with someone that is very different from your personality type, there are high chances that such a relationship won't work out. Of course, any 2 people can love each other, but have you ever met someone and you wondered why you just couldn't click? Well, this is the attempt to answer that. So now that we know more about ourselves and you discover your personality type, you can understand why we do certain things. But what about understanding others? How can we use MBTI as a tool to better understand the world around us? When we feel understood, it feels good. So how can we help others feel understood? We don't allow ourselves to get trapped in this cycle of stubbornness. Because if we're always waiting for someone else to take the initiative on understanding our point of view, it's never going to happen. How it helps form relationships. Julie Perrine wrote in an article titled The Benefits of Understanding Personality Types in the Workplace. She stated, avoiding conflict. Understanding your personality type can diffuse conflicts before they arise. If you know you tend to have a knee-jerk reaction when problems arise, you can adjust this behavior and be more receptive to the situation. Conversely, if you're usually quick to accept responsibility for a problem, even if it's not your fault, you can train yourself to be more analytical and evaluate the situation before determining how to address it. We not only need to understand ourselves, but understand our others. We are setting ourselves up for a much clearer and healthier communication when we do so. Learning and preventing fallouts and promoting peace. Now, this is like one of the best tools. In the short and long term, all can benefit from knowing their personality type. And without it, we are still stuck in our own mindset with only learning small fractions of the way others think. It can also help us appreciate diversity and be glad that the whole world is in almost 8 billion yous. Can't even imagine that. Julie Perrine continued in her article, recognizing how your personality type differs from others and interacts with other types can give you great appreciation for the diversity and what adds to your team, environment, and company. Sometimes it's really nice to have an outrageously creative mind helping you generate ideas for solving problems when you've hit a roadblock yourself. You can appreciate others as you continue to work with them and meet others in the world, and you can understand why they're not the same as you and why you're grateful that they aren't the same as you. For example, if someone is an ENTP, they probably come up with a lot of ideas and are a little bit scatterbrained. But if someone is an ISTJ, they're probably more self-preserved and they are very practical in the way they go about problem solving. These two may clash, but they both bring new point of views to the table and they can use each other's strengths to solve situations. In the short term, you can be more forgiving towards yourself when a mistake happens. And in the long term, we can grow a more diverse network and have better communication and listening skills. This is just a theory, but it is one being more widely used in the world today. It's being shared and becoming so popular. I am sure you have come across someone that has already used this when they're speaking to you. Researching the personality types will help you grow, understand yourself, understand others, and promote better communication amongst all you come across. The theory of personality archetypes and cognitive functions is becoming one of the most used ways of harbinging clearer communication. The days of wondering if people will understand you are over if you want them to be. My last question for you is, are you ready to be understood? Thank you.